What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at you with another Infinity Kingdom video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the progress that I've made and my alliance has made in the Contention of Legends event inside Infinity Kingdom. Now, as you may know, this was an event that started a few weeks ago. You may have seen the previous videos I posted showing that I was going to be taking part and building up an alliance, and it's been absolutely amazing so far. It's been a lot of fun. The alliance is doing really well. We've just literally begun the starting phases of the Contention of Relics, which is the big event at the end of the competition, and yeah, it's going really well so far as it can go anyway. You'll see what I mean as we get into it, and I'll show you how our strategies changed going into the Contention of Relics event as well. Before we get there though, let me just give you a rundown on how the alliance is looking. First of all, check out my castle, baby. That's right, I am a big purple dragon and it looks absolutely awesome. I've been boosting a fair bit on my account so I could try and keep up there with some of the bigger players and try and compete, etc. As well as a couple of other members of my guild have done exactly the same thing. Up to castle level 35, it's been a mission, I have to say. But yeah, doing really well. Let's get into it and show you what I've done first of all. So as you can see, let's jump into my Immortals. You can see I'm doing really well. I've actually gone full steam ahead on this lightning march and it's coming along really nicely. I've also managed to unlock Genghis Khan. I mean, this guy is an absolute monster when it comes to a lightning march. If you're gonna build a lightning march, you've got to get the Khan, right? So I got the Khan. He's almost getting ready to go up to 6 diamonds. I'm really close. I'm 120 out of 180. And he's really powerful. I've got some good skills on him. Looking to increase those skills as I unlock higher building levels on my Tower of Knowledge. But to be honest with you, it's going really well. Peter the Great, again, really good for a lightning team. Really powerful. Now I've got him up to about level 37. I'm kind of pushing Khan and Peter up to the max if I can, because they're real carries as far as this lightning team goes. But yeah, it's doing really well. I've also got backup, you know, my little secret weapon hidden in the background here, Elizabeth Bathory coming in, absolute beast as well. Need to do a bit more work on her, but yeah, no, I'm going to be bringing her in as well. You know, probably switch out for YSG or this one here, Yi Song-gi, switch him out for Elizabeth Bathory. And I've leveled up a little bit on Harold, Merlin and Hippolyta just to kind of give me a decent sized second march. But beyond that, March 3 and March 4, I haven't had the time to, in such a short space of time, to build on that. But no, my march is coming along well. My castle's looking really good. I'm up to 600,000 power now. My actual troop march is 117,000, which in the grand scheme of things is pretty good. If I go to the rankings and take a look at the blue faction, you can see that Jez up there with 129, just above me, but I'm in second place in the whole of the Blue Kingdom right now with 117,000. So that's pretty good going. And again, it stacks up pretty well when you compare myself to green. Probably can compete, but when you look at the almighty red team that have just stormed ahead, you can see that the power jumps incredibly from here. You can see the top player at 202,000. You don't want to fight that one, trust me, it's not a good idea. And that's when, you know, we basically saw that like some of these alliances like Echo, Yak, VIP had a lot of really strong players, which means it's going to be very difficult to try and fight and compete for the World Heart, the big kingdom like relic at the end. It's going to be very hard to fight them on that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say World Heart. It's this building here, the final stage of the Contention of Relics event. I would love to have been able to have a good fight here and compete for it, but when you look at the power difference between the red players and us, it would be a slaughter. So tactics had to change, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But no, looking at my alliance, it's looking really well. We're at 21.2 million power, which is really nice. We're at 98 members. We've done a lot of research. You can see when you do the technology researches in here, big family, we got up to level 5, which was pretty good in the space of time we had. In fact, we've done pretty well across most of this tree as far as leveling up, as much as we could anyway. Again, on territory, we've done pretty well too. So I mean, you know, we worked hard to open up as many spaces as possible to get as many people in as we can. For the most part, I would say about 85% of the alliance is all hyper. And what I mean by hyper is just their activity levels. If we go in, you can see the officers all hyper. And what that means is it's to do with your your logging in times. Are you logging in regularly every single day? More than 3 times, you get a hyper. And that's what you want to see across your alliance, because it means that, you know, you're an active alliance. And as you can see, lots of hypers, lots of presence, which is what I wanted to see. I didn't want too many people sitting there in silence, not really playing. So you can see that everyone in my alliance is super, super active, which is great. Everyone's done a really good job so far in helping out. Not everyone is a huge player, but everyone helps in their own way, and there's different ways you can help even if you aren't the biggest player in the alliance. So everyone's really stepped up and done a really, really good job. Not only that, but one of our strats was to try and help out by holding as many cities as we can to give us maximum production of resources. And as you can see, we are holding the maximum we can currently hold, which is 7 cities. That's right, guys. We hold 7, 2 level 5s, we got some level 4s and a level 2. And that's given us extra resource production every hour, and that helps out a bunch. So really, really good stuff as far as our cities are going. Let's take a look at the actual map. You'll see that red still dominates pretty heavily. But as you can see, there is actually a lot of green now compared to when I showed you last time, and a lot of blue. There's been some really good sized green alliances coming up and blue ones, and the red ones, as the red have gone in to take bigger cities, they've had to let other cities go behind them, and we've gone in and taken them, and it's been really, really good. You can see we hold quite a few. Ours are more scattered all over the place rather than being in one area. But ultimately, it's holding them 7 cities is really, really important. The bigger ones in the middle, these level 7s, you can see, obviously these are the desirable ones because these ones give troop boosts. Like this one here is giving extra troop HP. The problem is when it comes to trying to take these bigger cities in the middle, they're going to be highly desirable for the troop boosts. And again, red, with those higher power castles, there's no real answer we can give back and say, well, hang on, no, we are going to take this level 7, because we can't, because they'll literally destroy all our castles. So there has to be some kind of leeway. You know, they kind of scooted ahead, so we couldn't really do much to compete on a physical side of things, which is why we then turned to diplomacy. And I said we had to change our tactics, and that's exactly what we done. As I showed you, a lot of the red faction alliances are right up there, and we needed to make a decision going into the Contention of Relics event, you know, who we were going to side with. We decided in the end, let's go back to the rankings, the alliance rankings, go to alliance power. You can see here that we decided to go ahead and align ourselves, not with the most powerfulest alliance, believe it or not. We didn't align ourselves with Z, we aligned ourselves with Echo, Yak and VIP. So we aligned with these 3 here. We also have alliances with Hope as well, which are one of the bigger green alliances. Now you can see they jumped up in my up to 28 million, which is amazing. We are still the highest blue one, which is good though. But yeah, no, we made our alliances with Hope, VIP, Yak and Echo, because although they're not the biggest, you know, they've got 3 good guilds there. They're, you know, with higher power. We thought better to have the numbers rather than just have one alliance on our side. Plus, you know, having Echo as an ally is a big thing, because it also means we don't have to contend with this. We don't really want to be fighting with the 202,000 power player, because no one will be able to defeat him in the whole kingdom, and it's better to have this Titan on your side rather than fighting against him. So yeah, definitely decided to go ahead with this way and do things, and things are going really well. At the moment they have taken the main relics around the edge here, but we are in talks, and when they get to a certain level of points, they are going to help us take over some of these relics and help us push our points too. And I'm going to record all that and bring you all that content a little bit later down the line, but that's basically where our strats are right now. We decided to go the diplomatic route, and so far it has worked out pretty well. TWK has been free to move around inside the Forbidden Zone without shields. I mean, I'm in a shield now, funny enough, but I only just put it on. But no, we've been able to attack other castles in the Forbidden Zone and attack other nodes, because these nodes here are what you need to collect, okay? We've been able to attack enemy nodes without the risk of having all of the red alliances jumping on us. And yeah, it's working out really well. As far as the Contention of Relics event goes so far, you can see that we're currently in 2nd place, green creeping up behind us. we knew there was no way we were ever going to catch the red. So as you can see, 120,000 almost on the red, but we're trying to make sure we stay in second place right now. That's our goal, to finish in second position overall as a blue faction, and that'll be an amazing achievement if we can do it. Still a lot of time to go on this event. We've still got lots of collections to do, lots of monsters to hunt, and some battles to be won. But I'll bring you some action with all that stuff a little bit later in next week possibly. But that's basically the update for now. I mean, everything is looking great. Like I said, really happy with everyone's effort in the alliance. Guys, if you want to come and play Infinity Kingdom, it may be not in this kingdom because this is almost coming to an end, this event, but if you want to check it out for yourself, don't forget to check out the link in the description below so you can go ahead and try Infinity Kingdom out for yourself. It's a real fun game to play once you get used to the mechanics and everything. It's actually really quite engrossing. You'll go in and start playing, you'll lose 10 hours easy. But don't forget to leave a like on this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Infinity Kingdom content. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the alliance. You think we've done well in the last 3 weeks we've been playing. But I'm going to catch you for now in the next one. But until then, stay safe everyone, and of course, peace out.